We're heading into our last cocktail break of the day, and this one is going to be tricky, right? I actually, this is one of my favorite cocktails ever. Is a New York Sour. There's actually a place called Lola here in Louisville. It's a restaurant above Butchertown Grocery. Butchertown Grocery also makes them. They make one of the most fantastic New York sours I've ever had in my life. And when Ryan actually sent me a post, or actually sent me a picture, he's like, "Hey, I made a New York Sour," and I'm like, "Holy crap! Like this is." It's amazing because it takes some work. There's an egg white. There's a lot of shaking. So I'm going to go ahead, pass it over to Ryan and let him do his thing.
All right. We are back. Thank goodness we had 2 hours in between the Manhattan and this next cocktail. The Manhattan was pretty strong, and I'm feeling pretty good, as hopefully everyone else is enjoying the content, the show. It's been a great day. So let's finish it off the right way. We got about an hour left, and I want to finish it off with one of my favorite cocktails for summer derby. It's a nice, light, refreshing drink. If you're just getting into bourbon or introducing it to someone, it's nice and light and easy for anyone to enjoy. So what we're going to be making now is the New York Sour, not to be mistaken with the whiskey sour. This is the New York Sour, and the main ingredient that makes this special is an egg. The egg white kind of gives a real frothy, nice texture, viscosity to it. So you're going to need 1 egg. Doesn't matter if it's brown or white. Half a lemon and juicer. Our long spoon. Our mixer. No fridge ice this time, though. We're going to do a dry shake. Top, and very important, the top of the strainer needs to be put on this so you don't shake and have lemon juice and everything all over you. Made that mistake before. So for this one, we are going to use the Rabbit Hole Cave Hill. It is a 4-grain bourbon. It has 70% corn, 10% malted wheat, 10% malted barley, and 10% honey malted barley. I chose this one because it's got one with the malting. I think it's got some more chocolate, and then it's got some of those honey notes from the honey malt, and it really pairs well and balances out the lemon and the citrus in this, and it's just makes it a very smooth, easy drink to make. So anyways, so we'll start off with our jigger. We have 1 ounce and a half ounce, so we will do 2 ounces of this bourbon. So we got 1 ounce, 2 ounce. And remember, we're not putting ice in this. We're going to do what they call a dry shake. I don't know why they call it that, but because it's all wet in there anyways. So you're going to do your egg white. So you crack it, and you try to get all the white, whatever, all this gooey stuff out of there without putting the yolk in. And this is going to give you your kind of froth to make it nice and frothy. So there we go. Thank you, baby chicken. Then we're going to do our lemon juice. I typically take a half lemon and kind of squeeze about half of it out into the cup. There we go. And then also, I forgot one ingredient. Hold on. Simple syrup. I know you can make your own. It's just sugar and water. Just boil it. But like I said, I have 2 kids. I'm pragmatic. I buy the Master of Mixes for $2.99. It works great. So I'm going to put a half ounce of simple syrup in there. And then I'm going to put my lid on. Shake it up. And this is, you really want to feel your cheeks jiggle on this. Kind of get real frothy. Get a real good shake. Left, right. Do your inner Tom Cruise on this. All right, I think that's good. So you have your glass with your square ice cube. Pour it in. Should be a nice, like, kind of yellow, creamy, milky color. And to top it off, typically you're supposed to do a port wine, but I'm not that sophisticated. So my wife, I just grab whatever she has lying around open. Today is a Lodi Ancient Vine Zen Oak Ridge from Total Wine. So if you do have port, you want to top it with that. So the key here is you're going to have to use a bar spoon. And this is the tricky part. And I've nailed this all week, but I'm kind of nervous about doing it live on air. So you do 1 ounce of port wine or red wine. Get our jigger. And you're going to take the back of a spoon and slowly pour it over. And if you mess this up, it's okay. It's called failing forward. And looks like I just failed forward because it's supposed to sit up top, but it's sinking to the bottom. But regardless, the flavor is still going to be there. So let's try it. Nailed it. Really good. Reminds me of Butchertown Grocery at Lola. They have one of the best New York sours in the city. But that wraps it up, folks. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and hopefully you enjoy some cocktails. Let's finish it off the right way with Fred Minnick and some bourbon tasting. See you all.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, when we, it was funny he mentioned that. I love his honesty. You all just notice he was like, well, I definitely messed that one up. Whenever you're messing with an egg white, he did it the right way. Like, you have to really like shake the hell out of that thing to get it frothy. And then once it's frothy, what it's going to do is that egg white's going to kind of create a barrier. And so he kind of, I think it might just probably the nerves a little bit, pouring that red wine or that port topper on top. I mean, you've got to go like super slow. I think he probably could have done a solid 5-second pour instead of like 2 seconds, and it probably would have been awesome. But he sent me all kinds of pictures of him actually making that cocktail this week, and he nailed it every single time. But it's just funny. That's sometimes how it works out. So